amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much and remember blessed.
We are not intimidating the North. North, we are not intimidating you. We are appealing that we know that you have conscience. We know that you appreciate a sense of justice. We know that you appreciate a sense of equity. We are pleading with you, if that is what you want. Yeah, well, allow this artist to produce a president of Nigeria.
They are satisfied with the stereotypes and alleged blackmail. The Iowa Consultative Forum says the North will not allow itself to be blackmailed anymore, and neither is it afraid of the country's breakup. The forum, in a statement, warns that gone are the days when Northerners felt blackmailed and intimidated by threats of restructuring, secession, or breakup of Nigeria. The ACF also says the North is not and has never been opposed to the election of any Nigerian from any part of the country as president, maintaining, however, that anything that will be done to achieve that must be in accordance with the laws of Nigeria and democratic principles. Now, this comes as Southeast leaders, Southern and Middle Belt leaders are all clamoring for the presidency to be zoned to the region. They say the quest for an Igbo presidency in 2023 is morally and historically justifiable. Well, for more on this, I'm glad to be joined in the studio by Professor Charles Kiaku, who is the secretary of the Igbo Elders Consultative Forum, and he joins us right away. Prof, let's talk about how the ACF seems to be replying to all your statements alongside with the Southern and Middle Belt Elders Forum, Leaders Forum that have been meeting. The North says it's not afraid of Nigeria breaking up because the Southern leaders have been breathing over its neck. What do you have to say?
Thank you so much. Well, I don't think any person is intimidating the North. We are actually saying the obvious. We are saying Northern Elders Forum, we are all witnesses here that a number of times in 2015 you said that it was the turn of the North to produce the president, and we supported them. And so we are saying that, look, for the sake of equity, fairness and justice, they should support us. And it is not only this time. If we go down the memory lane, as I said before, for the sake of repeating myself, you remember before independence, Chief Anthony Anahoro moved a motion for self-independence. The North wasn't ready. And as I said, I've said it before, I'll briefly say that. The North wasn't ready. But for the sake of peace, unity and progress and equity, the South agreed to wait for the North. It was actually Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe that said, look, appeal to the West. You know, we had three regions then: Western region, Eastern region, and Northern region. We waited for the North. That was a great sacrifice. I want to say again that even in 1999, you remember what happened? That one, well, Southwest, after the cancellation of June 12, 1993 presidential election. They also accepted. That was for the sake of equity, justice, and fairness. That in 1999, you know, it was a son of Igbo man, His Excellency, Dr. Alex Ekwueme, former vice president, that formed Group 34, that eventually metamorphosed into PDP.
The G34.
Yes, he was set to pick the presidential ticket, but other Nigerians, championed by the North, said, look, let's compensate the Southwest. We agreed. We compensated the Southwest. I've also said so. Despite the fact that we have Section 14, subsection 3, that talks about that whatever government and its agencies do should reflect the federal character. That thing has actually helped the North tremendously. If you see jump cutoff, the cutoff for Anambra State is not the cutoff for Borno. It's not the cutoff for Imo. We pay that due. Our people are denied admission just to accommodate the North. If you go to the recruitment into the civil service, our people that do perform better in exams are deprived of opportunity in order to carry every section of the country along. So if you go to promotion, the same thing. And as I said before, even the criteria for admitting into the recruitment into the military, it was 5 credit before. It was lower to accommodate the North. We are saying that what was good for the Gill should be good for the gender. We are not intimidating the North. North, we are not intimidating you. We are appealing that we know that you have conscience. We know that you appreciate a sense of justice. We know that you appreciate the sense of equity. We are pleading with you, if that is what you want.
Yeah, well,
allow the Southeast to produce a president of Nigeria, not just that, not just for the sake of peace, equity and fairness. We are also saying that Nigeria is where she is today because of maladministration.
Yeah.
See, wait. After the war, it doesn't matter the amount an Igbo man had in the bank, you will take only 20 pounds. Apart from using hunger as an instrument of war. But within 3 years, the Igbo people came up. Even the money we made through our personal sweat, we use it to develop every part of the country. So the Igbos are asking for justice. The Igbos are asking for equity. The Igbos are asking for fairness. We are not intimidating the North. We don't believe in violence.
Okay, Prof, the Northerners, through the ACF, are saying that, look, you must take cognizance of the fact that the North has more population and the North in the past elections has had more voting power. The North says it's not aggressively using that power, but it's only telling you that the Nigerian Constitution says that any Nigerian is entitled to be president of Nigeria. And so you should take cognizance of that.
We agree.
So are we to jettison the Constitution, or we should continue with this arrangement of turn by turn Nigeria Limited, as politicians will say?
You see, they are consistently inconsistent. When it comes to recruitment, they will invoke Section 14, subsection 3. When it comes to admission into university, they will invoke it. When it comes to promotion, they will invoke it. When it comes to allocation of resources, over 70% of resources come from the South. They use that section to give every part a sense of belonging. But when it comes to leadership, they tell you every person should be allowed to vote. We agree. Because of structural imbalance. For example, now let me explain. At independence, Nigeria had 3 regions. Western region, Eastern region, and Northern region. Now, because of the military intervention, today, one Northern region has 19 states, while the remaining 2 regions have just 17. So that means
you don't give a full context to it in terms of population.
Wait.
Because these states are created based on population and landmass.
Who determined the population? Who determined the population? So these are part of the problem. Who determined the thing? The person in government determined the population. The structure. That's why we are saying, look, implement the 2014 National Conference report, because it was done by Nigerians. So whatever any person is talking about population or this, who created that imbalance, structural imbalance? The military, dominated by the North. So it favored them. Come and see today, number of local government. I'll give you an example. Lagos State, has more population than Kano.
Well,
Kano, wait. And today, Kano alone has 44 local governments. Jigawa was carved out from Kano, 33. That is 77 local government. Lagos State has 21. So in terms of distribution
20
of
local governments, actually.
Sorry?
I said 20 local governments.
20 local governments. And the old Kano has 77. So where is justice?
And that's why Lagos had to create more local governments.
And it wasn't recognized.
Recognized in the Constitution.
It wasn't recognized simply because, I want to be fair to Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, he was during his tenure. They didn't follow the due process. They stopped at the creation at state level. And as a good-minded Nigerian, he didn't mind that Lagos is a Yoruba man, but he said no. he seized their allocation. It was under Yaradua that 18.5 billion naira seized by the federal government. The allocation due to local government in Lagos was released. And so we should praise Chief Olusegun Obasanjo for being fair.
And I want to ask you this.
Yes.
Which is the major reason why I asked you to come to the show. If you look at the geopolitics of Nigeria from independence, even before independence, but let me start from independence.
Yes.
The North and the East have always been the best partners when it comes to forming alliances, to form government.
Yes.
Our very first government in Nigeria was formed by an alliance between the North, which produced Tafawa Balewa as Prime Minister, and the East, which produced Azikiwe as President of the country, or Governor General before being President when it became a republic.
Yes.
That was the first time we had a very strong alliance, and we went into it. But unfortunately, in 1964, there was a mix-up here and there, and of course, due to how the election went in 1964, there was a problem. But there was still some form of alliance there. And then we came to the Second Republic. We formed another alliance again. The two major political parties that formed these alliances, you look at, for example, the North, going into an alliance with the East to produce a Shagari as president and Alex Ekwueme as vice president. Another second alliance there. In 1999, which we have said, because we can't talk about the aborted Third Republic here, it wasn't so strong. In 1999, you have said it here that Alex Ekwueme had the opportunity of contesting the PDP ticket and likely emerging because he was a former vice president, but he didn't because he wanted this time around the power to be shifted to the Southwest. Now, why has it been difficult after these two alliances at independence and Second Republic to form another alliance with the North since 1999? Because Buhari has been trying to do that since 2003 by bringing former speaker as his running mate in 2003. That didn't work out. He brought Chuba Okadigbo in 2007. That didn't work out. Yet it looks like it's even the Southeast that doesn't want to build an alliance again. Why is it difficult?
No, I want to thank you for reminding me of that of 1979. It's because the Igbos have always wanted one Nigeria. Remember, in that election, MPN, led by Shagari, scored 5.8 million votes. Actually, UPN, which was led by Chief Obafemi Awolowo, scored 4-point-something million votes. And the MPP, Nigeria People's Party, led by Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, scored 4.2 million votes. Ordinarily, if Zik had wanted to team up with Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Shagari wouldn't have been president. We made that sacrifice, and we want Northern elders to recognize it. Even the 1999 you are talking of, at the same time, you know that at that time, Obafemi Awolowo had gone to court. Zik called him and appealed to him. And Shagari was sworn in. Obasanjo also cooperated and allowed him to government to go on. This is a great sacrifice on the part of the Igbos, because it is if Zik had teamed up with Awolowo, Shagari wouldn't have been president.
And that's where your problem actually lies with the Southwest.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question. Buhari actually nominated our two sons, Umezu, and then Dr. Chuba Okadigbo, as running mate. The Igbos are business minded. The Igbos don't hate Buhari, but the Igbos surveyed the ground and felt that they needed somebody that is business minded. That's why the Igbo didn't vote for Buhari. Not that the Igbo never had a meeting. They said, look, they examined them. And Igbos...
there were so many groups in the South that were all out campaigning against Buhari.
No. If the Igbos had a meeting and took a decision on it, I'll tell you, the Igbos never discussed it. But people assessed them. Vice doesn't have much power under the Nigerian constitution. They felt that although their sons on two occasions were running mate, they will not do much. that Buhari is not a business-oriented man. And they, you know that they hated the North. They voted for State North, but another person. And so, this time around, all these things sacrifice the Igbos made, as Arewa, people, and the others, did they come to meet us? They didn't come to negotiate with us.
Okay. I'm asking this because you have enjoyed the vice presidency twice. Yes. I mean, with Nnamdi Azikiwe being president, then that was almost like it was a vice president. Yeah, it was almost like a vice president slot.
He was just ceremonial.
Yeah, I mean, just like we have
he wasn't
an Alex Ekwueme in the Second Republic, Alex also being a ceremonial, vice president, if we may put it that way. Yes. Why is it important for the Igbos to have the presidency this time around, after having tested the vice presidency twice, if we may put it that way?
Thank you so much. You see, there's a difference between, if you have a car now, you have a spare tire. A spare tire can only come out when the main tire bursts or anything. So as a vice president, he doesn't have much power. He doesn't do anything except the ones delegated. The constitution doesn't delegate any function to the vice president of Nigeria. And so the vice president operates at the leisure of the president. The Igbos are saying things have gone terribly wrong in Nigeria. What did the exchange of rate of Naira today? Today is over 580. 580. Good.
To a dollar.
Is that where it should be?
And as a lecturer, having an Igbo president will resolve that.
As a professor, a cleaner in the US earns more than I. As a professor, a driver in America earns more than I. That is not just. Insecurity everywhere.
So having an Igbo president will resolve that, because
if you have an Igbo president, you see what P2P did in Anambra State. Today, Anambra State, as a governor, he invested $20 million in a business in a company. Today is worth over $100 million.
Interesting.
Yes. So
what company is that?
I think Bar. I won't remember the exact. Okay. But even the current governor, even announced it, that the investment now worth $100 million. That shows you the kind of, we have quality presidential aspirants in Igbo land.
Across parties.
Across parties.
Okay.
So if you allow us that opportunity, Nigeria will start smiling again.
Now, I just want you to talk about Buhari's visit to Ebonyi State. Ebonyi, within the Southeast politics, is always seen as the orphan of the Southeast states. Yes. But here we have a Buhari relating more with David Umahi of Ebonyi State, visiting there twice now, staying there. What's the magic? And do you by chance think that maybe he may have anointed David Umahi for something?
No, I don't believe that. We are happy that he visited Ebonyi, at least to show that the Igbos love him. No person attacked him, whether you talk of IPOB or ESL. No person tried it. Let it not be that.
Thank you so much for your patience to watch from the beginning to the end. I hope you have learned something from the video you have just watched. The video you have just watched is to bring information to your doorstep and for educational purpose. It is not to demonize anybody. Let us watch continuously and see who can be able to make a sense out of every nonsense we are seeing. We must continue. We move. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. They will kill us. We'll kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra is here. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.